Another thing that I want to bring up that you said earlier, I mean, you brought up Ty Lopez, Tim Ferris, and Gary Vee, and all three of them are essentially like avid book readers, right? Especially Tim. Tim is like he reads books
Yeah.
all day, all night. So my next question is based upon those three people that not you idolize, but you were watching and essentially mimicking what they were doing. What books did you read on your journey to get to where you are currently?
Oh, that's a good question. I've read so many books. Honestly, the books by Robert Greene probably stick out to me the most, mindset wise. I remember reading Mastery back in the day. That was super good. But then I started getting into business and people were kind of trying to take advantage of me. So it's like, okay, time for 48 Laws of Power. And then you got into like the most recent one was Laws of Human Nature. I mean, that thing is a brick. That thing is massive. It's his most recent book. It's just so fascinating learning about people. But just, there's so many, he's a historian, and on all the lessons that we talk about there, history always repeats itself. And what was really important for me is reading the essential, like if I could just stick to the top 50 books and reread them opposed to going to new books all the time, I just learned new lessons upon new lessons upon new lessons every single time. So the Robert Greene books, health wise, there's a book known as The Ultramind Solution by Mark Hyman. That's a really good one on health. If it's investing, it's by Billy Graham, The Intelligent Investor. That's probably the best one there. Peter Thiel, 0 to 1 is incredible. Uh, for customer service, The Effortless Experience. The CEO, I think of Starwood at the time. That's amazing. All the Tim Ferriss books are just incredible.
Yeah.
It goes on and on with all this stuff. But if I can say one thing about books, reading it is very good. But one thing is, like, I'm extremely busy right now. So I listen to more audiobooks than I do before. Like if I'm driving somewhere, if I'm just working out, or I even just like book summaries. If I can get all the main points of a book without going through all the fluff, then I will. But, I do listen to like fantasy books or like Atlas Shrugged or any of these Ayn Rand books. I like to just enjoy it and sit down. So if I am to do it, I want to do that maybe before bed when my mind can just roam and wander a couple hours prior and then drift off.
Nice, nice. Have you had opportunity to read Robert Greene and 50 Cent's book? It's called The 50th Law.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that book is amazing. It's incredible. It's been a couple of years since I did it, but it inspired me so much. It's just that relentless drive where 50 Cent came from and all the principles he learned through that. Like if you can apply that to the business world, like just in that tough, ruthless dog eat dog environment,
Yeah.
and what if 50 Cent had to go through and just that entire thing. I mean, it's just incredible. I also recently watched uh, Kanye West documentary, the 3-part series, and
Netflix?
just
Yeah.
kind of that journey to get through. I just relate to it in so many ways. So highly recommend that to listeners who haven't seen it yet.
Nice, nice, nice. So I mean, with that, I mean, obviously you're so compact with so much different levels of intellectual information, whether it's on the finance side and the health side and just general business. Have you had opportunity, or are you thinking about possibly writing a book yourself?
I really thought about it. I did write one on sleep. A little bit. It's only about 100 pages long. Kind of what got me into sleep, what people can do on a basic level. But I definitely would like to do. I feel like there's just so much that I need to know, and I'm just every single day I'm just excited to get up and do something. I just felt like in the 9 to 5 job I was working for somebody else, and it was like, where is this leading to? But now that I'm working for myself, it's like when I go out into the world, it's almost like it's an experiment. It's almost like just okay, what's going to happen today? Let's try this thing. Like, who am I going to talk to on a sales call today? Let's try this psychological, not tactic, but just something I heard from somebody. Or one other thing that I did too is I used to live in China for 1 year, so learning Chinese again and just talking with people about it. I just feel like there's such a vast array of things you can do, and if it's something that you actually enjoy doing, that it's life's kind of a playground at this point of just trying it all out. Like if somebody was to say, what would you do in your free time, I would just say the same thing anyway.